Hey guys, what is up? It is Chris from Gentleman's Gaming, and I bring you another DayZ video. Now, as you guys probably would know, this would probably be the next DayZ Strategy video, which is going to be on the North Western Airfield, but I'm having a little bit of problem with Vegas, so I'm probably going to push that back another couple days. So, in the meantime, I figured, well, why not just give my thoughts on DayZ, because I have hinted about it in the last few videos that I will be giving my thoughts on the full game, and I said, fuck it, let's do it. So as you can see in the video, I am at the north side of the North Western Airfield at the military barracks. And I also found out something pretty interesting, that rain is a huge lag inducer. Because I was using Fraps here, and I noticed that every time it was raining or I went outside, the frames would drop really bad. Like I was recording at 30 frames, and it would drop to like, I think when I went outside, it like dropped, and you'll probably see it like now, it's like, I would say it's like 25 frames-ish, but when I'm inside, it's like perfectly fine, so that's one thing I'll hope they'll fix. Giving a DayZ Thoughts video. So, the first thing I wanted to talk about is what DayZ could possibly be. Like, thinking about this in my own mind, I've figured out that DayZ can go one of three ways. It can go the way of the dodo, meaning that Dean Hall and Bohemia could make a game that people don't enjoy, as like in the DayZ mod, that is broken and they don't fix glitches and stuff like that, and it just fades into obscurity as a game, and people will just go back to the mod. That's one of the ways. The second way that I believe that this game could go is that it will be a game that people will still play, but I feel that the publisher and the developers will feel that the fan base is not as big as it could be, meaning that they won't support it as big as it is, which is untrue considering this game has sold a lot. I don't know the exact number, I'm not quoting anything, so I'm not going to give the exact number, but I believe that that could happen, is that they will believe that, oh wow, people don't like our game anymore, so we're just not going to support it. And then the third option is that if Dean Hall and Bohemia get together, they made the game together, but if they get the right sort of people together and they create this game when it comes out in beta or the full release game, and they get it right, I believe this game will be something extraordinary, which I'm very optimistic that will happen. So after my thoughts of thinking about what could happen with the game, I just wanted to give my thoughts on the mechanics and stuff like that. So, first thing to kind of start off with is gunplay. Now, in the mod, definitely gunplay was a big clunky factor. I say very clunky, but in the mod, it was pretty much you had to be in a position behind cover shooting at somebody for you to kill somebody. I feel like in the mod, it's still the same because this is kind of generated around the Arma engine, but I feel like it's a little bit less clunky than it was in the mod because there's some things about like scope sway, and the mechanics of how the guns work that leads me to believe that it's a little bit less clunky. But there's also some things that lead me to believe that it is a little bit more clunky. Like the fact that it takes sometimes full 10 seconds for you to pull out a gun or a melee weapon or anything in your hotbar, that is kind of detrimental to it. So hopefully they'll kind of fix that out when, I don't know, whatever patch is coming up next. But other mechanics such as, I wanted to say movement. Movement is, I would believe, still good. It's Arma, it's tactical, you can crouch, all that stuff, that's fine. Leaning, I don't believe there's anything wrong with that, and I believe that aspect is fine. So on to the next topic would be bandits. And if you play the standalone, you will know that bandits are a very big problem in this game. The fact that you could spawn into any town in the entire map of Chernerus, and you can go into the town and go into either a center town building or a police station, pick up an SKS or the new carbine, and be on your way is very detrimental. Now, I'm not saying that they should remove this to the fact that you have to find weapons at the Northwest Airfield or the airfields, but I believe they should tone it down so that weapons don't spawn as much, or they should have it in a way that ammo types or something like that are harder to find. That's kind of the reason why it is. But because nowadays, bandits or anybody can pretty much find a weapon at any time they have, and they're instantly armed. And the fact that you could stay alive without, or at least drinking and eating one thing and going from one side of the map to the other, I believe that's kind of detrimental to the whole scheme of things if you're actually wanting to survive in this game. So I believe that that's kind of the current bandit situation. Now, the other kind of the other side of the coin to that situation is heroes, which I tried to be in most of my playthroughs, and sometimes it's very hard to do considering people are not friendly. But I feel like there's a lot less heroes. Like I said, there's a lot more bandits because people feel that they are able to shoot instead of hold up and actually ask people if they need help. They believe shoot now and ask questions later is a proper strategy instead of actually asking somebody if they need help. And I don't think that's the case. DayZ is a survivalist zombie apocalypse game. So why should you not help other people by killing them and not kill the zombies? That's kind of counterintuitive. You would want to help other survivors, not kill them. Or besides the fact that people just want weapons and stuff like that. So that's kind of what my thoughts are on the game. That's not a full thoughts, but I believe that's all I could say about the current alpha right now. It is an alpha, and that's what the name suggests. That's the ginormous screen when you first boot up the game. It said, this is an early access alpha game. Prepare for glitches and bugs. And I believe that's what a lot of people are ignoring because people are ignorant. So I'm not saying that this game is good. I'm not saying this game is bad. I'm saying that this game could be something. And I hope that since it's in Dean Hall's hands and in Bohemia's hands, I hope it is a great game. And that it provides a game that is fun and will survive the test of time. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, share your thoughts with me about the DayZ Standalone. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. And as I go on to the North Western Airfield, I will see you guys in the next one.